I'd like to just take a moment to talk about what we affectionately are known as the Combat Quilters. We attended our first Veterans Day ceremony here several years ago, and the pride and the patriotism that's exhibited within our community is amazing. And I had this idea that at some point we would like to gather people in our sewing group together to make quilts for the veterans in our park. Well, our first season, we gathered a group of ladies, very dedicated, very creative. Some people didn't even have an idea how to sew. They just came and they ironed, they helped pick out fabric, pick out patterns. We had a community involvement. And my stretch goal was embarrassingly about 5. And excuse me. And we ended up the first year that we did this with 15 quilts. And then the next year, during our veterans party, we drew names of the veterans within our park, and we were presented with a homemade quilt, red, white, and blue, and with a label on it that said, "Thank you for your service, made specially for you by the Combat Quilters." The second season, we topped that, and we made over 23 quilts that year. People learned some skills. They were more independent. They were more enthusiastic. I think our group bleeds red, white, and blue. And so there was a buzz about what was going on. The next year, we had an idea. Steve Detweiler and Scott Reynolds, who are in charge of the veterans programs here, they decided they wanted to display the quilts, so they hung the quilts in the breezeway, and so that became a part of the event where all 23 quilts were hanging in the breezeway, and we had a special showing for the whole community. And it's pretty amazing when you think about it. There's just stories that we could tell where these quilts have gone, and the messages. Some of our vets have been brought to tears because their experience as a vet was not that positive when they came back, and they didn't consider themselves worthy. And these quilts sort of bound and released a lot of that emotion, and they wrapped. The idea of the Quilts of Valor we are part of a national organization now where the quilts are made for the vets, and the idea behind it is to wrap themselves in love and comfort them as they work through the issues regarding their service to our country. We couldn't be more proud to participate in their Veterans Day program, and it's just a tradition that we will continue. And we will, as new vets come into play, we will then go ahead and create more quilts.